and we'll do the movie breakdown spoiler for Guardians of the Galaxy. Should have been done it, but I've been super busy, as you can see. Let's get to it. Guardians of the Galaxy spoiler breakdown. Now, let's just get deep down into it. We already did the spoiler thing, the review. The music is great, but this is what I dislike is when they take characters that people are beloved and they Disney them down. I have a problem with that. They Disney down the characters and then expect you to love that because they're trying to appeal the character to kids. Adam Warlock, I'd rather you just say F that whole storyline and just say, well, we'll explore that in the future, but not now. And just stick with the higher evolutionary. The high evolutionary was great. The actor who played him was great. A lot of people say, I wish Kane was more like this. It's not fair to compare the two characters just because they both wore purple. The high evolutionary is low tier compared to Kane. But we were introduced to Kane this way because we don't know the other Kanes. We don't know everything yet. We're so prisoner of the moment, we don't let anything develop before we start making decisions on it. Oh, something is terrible. To me, I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and I'm just like, it's a decent movie. I can see where it went wrong, but I don't see awful like they're trying to make it out to be. The Wasp was basically useless. She's just there to keep grabbing Scott. Every time he fails, he needs a woman to pick him up, even though it's his movie, but what the hell. Now, yeah, Adam Warlock was just like MODOK. And it was a terrible way to do your character that's supposed to be one of the main starring factors in your new universe. This guy's supposed to be Adam Warlock in the future, and they're gonna have other things they're gonna do with Adam Warlock, and already he's like in trouble badly. Well, this is a movie all about Rocket and how the story was really about Rocket all along, and going through his backstory, and that was cool during that, making it like, okay, we're not going to do a Peter Quill story because the second movie was about Peter's background. Now we're going to go into Rocket's background and make it like, okay, now we got the animal and Peter lovers in it. It's fine, but you can tell people were going in different directions. Like Peter Quill, his character is so caught into Gamora. Overall, I think it lacked the depth. It lacked the depth. And the fact that they didn't have anybody die in the film. I felt that was a cheap way of advertising it when you see them carry Pity Quill. You didn't see anybody really die. I don't think the High Evolutionary died. There's no finality here. Nobody died. Mantis had no purpose. None. You know, they basically got the storyline that she was Ego's daughter too. So if she was Ego's daughter and he allowed her to live, when Ego died, she should have lost her powers. Unless she had those powers and she got them from her mom. And that's just what their civilized race can do. So I hated the way they had Nebula in this film. Another character that digressed down. Nebula was this hard, mostly mechanical, emotionalist. And here it looked like she didn't look like she was of metal or anything. She looked plastic. It looked like a woman wearing makeup, and it looked like she had like a pot belly. It was like, what the hell is going on here with Nebula? Right, because we got the right Gamora. We got Gamora that was loyal to Thanos, didn't like him, but was fierce. Right, they weren't going to put those two together because if they do something in the future, that's going to ruin anything because she's got to do the two Avatar films. That was her role. Look good in the movie and shut up. When she did the other movies, but now, you know, Zoe Saldana is great. Gamora gave a great performance in the movie, gave it some element of weight, as she resembled the old form of Gamora. Drax was his, you know, regular self, but they made him too goofy. I think it's not necessary. Drax was funny in the movie when it looked accidental. Now it's like they're purposely making him goofy because everybody likes Drax because he's gonna say something stupid. Well, it hurt a lot that you blew having Adam Warlock show up and the Silver Surfer show up in the Infinity Wars. They were a major part. So now when they show up, they look obsolete when he's way more important than anything that they had in the universe. They made a Warlock look like he's just a rollie, like a little tool guy. It's like, what the hell are you doing? He's way more powerful than any of these damn Guardians of the Galaxy. You got him over here trying to kidnap the damn thing, and they altered the plan. He was supposed to wipe out the Guardians of the Galaxy. But now they got him to try to kidnap Rocket. All right, then they came up with the other scene where they got to go to the other place to save Rocket, and they got Gamora's help. She's gonna help them save Rocket. That was the tie-in, everything. Peter Quill. Well, Quill's gonna come back in some capacity where he's gonna have his own film. The thing about Peter Quill's character is that he would have never been in space without his mask. This is why, and they're doing too much of these freezing in space deaths, mostly in Guardians of the Galaxy. Freezing in space, freezing in space, freezing in space. I'm like, how many times are we gonna do the freezing in space bit? And why did his face swell up? It's just like, this is so dumb. The second Guardians was a little bit too wacky. Took away from the heart element of it by all the wackiness that was going on. If you get Noel in the MCU does not even make sense. Noel is way character box. Putting him in is do that in a Venom movie. That's when it would make sense. And it looked like they were going to go down there in the latest Venom movie when he says, "You don't even know our history." Like, if I can just give you a little taste of our history. Like, you don't know our major plans here. There's a deleted scene in the last Venom movie with Carnage about what the plan was, making it half human, half symbiote child. And start a new race. Because the symbiotes need a host. But if they were born mixed, half symbiote, half human, that's a game changer. So that was what Carnage major plan was. They cut that out of the movie. They filmed it, but it's on the deleted scenes. You guys never seen it. Well, because of YouTube, you probably seen it now. You can go look it up and find it. But that was Carnage's major plan. Yeah, they completely wasted a great Gore, the God Butcher. I do agree with that. Too much comedy. Once again, my thing is they're pulling people in so many directions of changing what the Guardians are supposed to be now. Krillin was basically a non-factor in the movie. He was in the movie, but he wasn't in the movie. Well, they were sticking to the comic book. In the comic book, Gore the God Butcher actually didn't get seen butchering a lot of gods. A lot of the stuff you saw was after the fact. Well, they just want this Jonathan Major thing. They want this Jonathan Majors thing over with so that they can get back to business. Because it's tainting all of the shows they got coming up with Loki and shouts out to Ray Davison, man. That's other bad news. Ray Davison. You know him as the Punisher and Punisher One Zone. He passed away at the age of 50, I think he was 54. Well, to me, that's the way I look at it, you know. Ray was an exceptional talent. He plays this new Sith villain that's in the Star Wars flick. In the Ahsoka series. Yes, Punisher Warzone. That's what I said. I didn't see any reason for anyone to react in another way than what transpired, you know. Oh, this is where I need to go. Yeah. So when you think about it, you're thinking about what's the best situation for you, right? When you start saying to yourself, "Oh, this is the best scenario," but it's not. I don't know Ray's age. Was his physical condition? Was he not ready for the part? That I don't know. All I know is he didn't make it. And look forward to seeing his work in Ahsoka and move on from there. I've never had a problem with the. I haven't seen the Gotham Knights. So I couldn't tell you if it was good, bad, or otherwise. Oh, it's like what people say. You become what you chase. I really couldn't tell you anybody that looked at or viewed sorry about that. I couldn't tell you about anybody that looked at or viewed the I couldn't really name, but only a few people that would have looked at like Guardians of the Galaxy and compared that to Ant-Man and the Wasp. But the higher evolutionary, that's not his plan. Like, that's what I'm saying. People get things mixed up. King the Conqueror is a time god. He's trying to control the universe. He could care less about anybody else's plans or how they feel about something. Cain does not care. Cain's whole goal is to conquer. That's his rite of passage. The story's gonna play out a lot differently once you see him with the woman he do care about, the woman he do love. You're out of your league, Ant-Man. I didn't like the idea to have a bunch of ants take out King the Conqueror. It's just like, that's, to me, a very cheesy way of going out. Then on top of that, right? Because we're on that notion. You know, while we're here talking about that, we cannot ignore the fact all right, come on, cars or whatever you are. We can't ignore the fact of all the effects that took place. Everybody's trying to create new series. You see, it's all about these Disney shows. Disney wants to create these shows, so they're trying to promote Ant-Man's daughter, who I hate even more. Every time I watch the movie, it just gets more and more irritating to me with her, Casey. She, to me, was not a good Casey. I don't know if it's her or the actual writing for the show. I think that's why Jeff Loveness was replaced. And he will no longer be writing for the Kane Dynasty, based on how everything played out with Ant-Man and the Wasp, and fans were very disappointed in how he was portrayed and X, Y, and Z. So they liked Kane, they just didn't like the movie. Well, when you have someone who gives you epic performances and you squander them, you know, that is a strike. That's a strike against the people that produced the film, managed it, the whole nine. too much rebooting when all you gotta do is stop being stupid from the beginning. It's not rocket science. It's real simple. You know what the fans want to see, deliver it to them. And that's what The Rock said. The fans want this, let's deliver it to them. Why you don't want to play Henry Cavill to be Superman? Why would you even go running back and forth? You got a Superman. While he's still at the age of playing the part, while he's still got the physical capabilities to play the part, why do you keep trying to replace him? Oh, we want Superman to be kissing on a guy now. You know, it's ridiculous. I don't understand it, but goofiness happens over and over again, countless times. So now we got Spider-Man Across the Spideyverse coming out, and I gotta review that soon. Absolutely. So I'll keep watching movies and reviewing them, but I don't know what else to tell you. We could do a spoiler review for Fast X probably tomorrow. So it's your boy Carcino saying good night.